Hello everybody and welcome to this induction video, which is designed to give all the users of the Lear Academy, whether that be staff, returning students, new students or people taking short courses here in the building, a sense of the safety precautions that we have put in place to ensure that all the activity that happens here in the Lear Academy happens as safely as it possibly can. This video is designed to complement the more detailed resumption of activities master plan that you will already have received, and we would ask that you read that document in its entirety so that you have a very comprehensive understanding of all the safety protocols that we have put in place across all of our activities. I'd ask you to pay particular attention to the personal responsibilities section, which is where we're asking you to take responsibility for your own actions to ensure that you are safe when you're using the building, but also that you're conscious of the safety of others as well. I'm going to take you on a tour now of the building and show you all the changes that we've made, starting here in my office, where obviously I work alone, so I don't need to wear a mask. But when I'm anywhere else in the building, whether any of us are in the circulation spaces, the classrooms, in the company of other people, we are wearing a mask all the time. So I'm going to don my mask now and take you on a tour.
Signs are now in place throughout the building, reminding everyone on how to prevent the spread of COVID-19. We ask everyone to please follow this advice on a daily basis. Maintain good hand hygiene, maintain good respiratory hygiene, and maintain physical distance.
Welcome to the lobby. As you can see, you're going to continue to enter through the front of the building. However, we won't be using this as an exit from the building anymore. You will only come in this way. You will always exit the building through the fire escape beside Rehearsal Studio 1. So that's a one-way system in terms of it in and out throughout the building, and we ask you to remember that from the first day back. We have hand sanitizing stations placed throughout the building, also at all the entrance points and the exit points. Every time you see a hand sanitizing station, sanitize your hands. You'll also have individual hand sanitizer that you'll be carrying with you at all times. Please sanitize your hands whenever you think it's necessary and as often as possible.
Directional arrows are in place on all stairs and corridors. Please keep to one side when moving throughout the building. In order to support regular hand washing, all sinks are now repurposed as hand washing stations, with soap and paper towels supplied. We ask everyone to wash their hands regularly throughout the day for the best protection against COVID-19.
There are signs on all the doors giving you a sense of the maximum capacity for each room. In terms of moving through the building, we would ask that when you're moving from a classroom to another classroom or to a toilet, that you don't linger, you don't socialise, you don't stop to talk to people in the corridors. So we need to keep people moving all the time through the building.
Rehearsal rooms are now gridded to indicate a 2 metre and 1 metre distance. Signage is now in place to indicate social distance in rest areas. In order to minimise the spread of COVID-19, all kitchens have been cleared of touch points, such as microwaves, kettles, fridges and cutlery. A pre-packed lunch is advised for those remaining on the premises.
Where possible throughout the building, we ask you not to use contact points. For example, unless you need to, don't use the railing of the stairs. We will be cleaning contact points regularly, but in general, if you can avoid using contact points, so much the better. This includes door handles, railings, and other contact points. We've also indicated, as you see on the photocopier, that we are asking people to sanitize touch points after they've used them. So in this case, we would ask you to take a wipe and to sanitize any areas of the photocopier that you may have touched when you were using it.
We ask everyone to remain vigilant and recognise the signs of COVID-19. A cough, shortness of breath, fever, loss or change to your sense of smell or taste. Stay at home if you have signs or symptoms of COVID-19. Self-isolate and contact your GP promptly. If you get symptoms of the virus while at the academy, stop working and inform your manager immediately. You will be safely escorted to the designated isolation room, wearing a mask, and a member of the COVID-19 Safety Committee will assist you in calling your GP or emergency services if necessary.
As you will read in the master plan document, we have established protocols for how we deal with a suspected case or an actual case of COVID happening in the building. One of the procedures we have in place is we've established an isolation room where anybody showing symptoms will be brought, where we will have a stock of PPE, of first aid equipment and hand sanitizer, and there will be protocols in place in order to deal with a suspected case from the isolation room, which has been repurposed from the old stage management office. Okay, welcome back to my office. I hope you found that tour useful. I hope it gave you a really good sense of how the building has changed and how you use the building is going to change when you get back to us in September. Please, as I said earlier, read our master plan document in detail, have a really good sense of the key aspects of what our safety procedures are. As you've been hearing for many, many months now, it is about hand hygiene, making sure you're using your hand sanitizer, making sure you're washing your hands. It's about cough etiquette. It's about knowing the symptoms of COVID-19 and knowing how to respond if you feel that you're displaying any symptoms. And it's also about understanding the podding system that's going to work here at the Lear Academy and how we're asking you to, as much as possible, to work within your pods and not to engage with people beyond your pods, both in terms of your work here at the Lear, but also in terms of socialising outside of the Lear. If you have any questions about how these protocols are going to work in practice, please have a read of the document and get in touch with specific questions, and we can answer any questions you have then. Okay, looking forward to seeing you back in September. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.